In this video, we're going to cover how a female construction project manager should dress. And you're going to get an answer that you didn't expect. So what do we wear on projects? How should women dress? And what are some things that should not be done? We're going to answer all these right now. First of all, I'm a guy. Why in the world would you listen to me on this topic? I have no business talking about this. I'm a dude. I have no business weighing in on how a woman should dress at work. And so, in order to create this video, because it's a commonly researched or searched topic on the internet, I asked an expert, Kate Schroeder. She gave me this answer, and you're gonna love it. So when I asked Kate, this was the answer. Whatever the she wants to wear. So the answer is, whatever she feels comfortable with that fits within these parameters. So we're not going to decide or recommend what a female employee should wear on a construction project, but I will give you some parameters in case you're the one typing it into this YouTube search and you want some help. I'm here to help. Kate's got our back. I did this entire outline with her. Let's roll. So go ahead and look up business casual for women. I did that the other day. It was highly professional, and with the exception of sleeveless shirts or shirts that don't cover the entire body, shirts and pants that might be unsafe per OSHA regulations or whatever regulations you have in your country, business casual dress seems to be very appropriate. And in fact, we will link you in the description below to some really good references for that so you can get a good representative idea. One of the things Kate said is, let's go ahead and compare it to what a male wears, and then you can simply adjust for your style and what you want to wear. So number one, pants that go all the way from the waist all the way down to your boots that are professional and clean and don't have holes. A shirt that has sleeves and, for men at least, have a collar and that is, again, very professional and appropriate for the work environment, that is sturdy enough to where it's usable in a construction project. 3, boots. Where I come from, they don't require steel-toed, but you will have to have substantial leather boots that go up past the ankle. Only steel-toed if it's required. Some companies, some AHJs require to have a certain type of rating, but you want to have the right boots for the job. Number 4, I've already mentioned it, but sleeves, because this gets into the business casual topic. If you type in business casual for women, you will find some outfits without sleeves. You will want the sleeve at least 4 inches over your shoulder and arm on a construction project. 5, no holes, no stylish holes or any ratty clothing in any part of your outfit. Again, collared shirts, if you're doing it for a male, you'll want to find the equivalent for a female. Highly professional for everything you wear. And you need to make sure that it fits with your personal protective equipment. That means hairstyle, any jewelry, anything that's a part of your outfit, you want to make sure is compatible with your personal protective equipment. And as a female project manager, you will want to have your own hard hat, your own safety glasses, your own vest, your own gloves, your own hearing protection, and again, your own boots. So again, your personal protective equipment should be custom tailored to your company, your style, and your sizes so that they fit properly when you're out in the field. Whether you're male or female, the way you wear your personal protective equipment will signal whether or not people take you seriously. So if you have a serious hard hat, serious glasses, serious vest, it's well kept, you've got serious gloves, really good boots, and you're dressed like a professional, that will command a certain amount of respect in addition to your leadership and your influence. So I do want to be clear, however you dress is however the F you want, but it must be within the parameters of how to dress properly and mostly safely on a construction project. So if you want to wear a dress, that's unfortunate, but you won't see dresses, you won't see skirts, you won't see anything that isn't conducive to a construction environment to keep your skin protected from the environment that you're in. The other thing is a lot of folks keep their arms uncovered. That is a trend that is heading in a different direction, meaning you'll start to see, especially the craft, wear long sleeve, even if it's hot outside, because again, we're attempting to keep most of our skin covered, except for the things on your body, like perhaps your head and your neck that need to breathe because you obviously need to stay cool. So really, as a rule of thumb, no dresses, no skirts, unless you are in a professional setting and that is the kind of dress that's required, and you have a specific exemption, or you're being escorted as a part of a larger tour. Here are some parameters that I'd like to encourage for us, and this is for the guys and the gals. Oh, I should have said that at the beginning, but this video is for everyone. Here are some eternal truths when it comes to women in business and how they dress and how they look. Here's a fact. Women do not need to look sweet at work. They do not need to look pretty. They do not need to put on makeup, and they do not need to do their hair. Nobody is telling us guys to smile or to look sweet or to do our hair or to put on makeup. And so we just need to come looking professional. If you look at me as an example, don't spend too much time on my hair. I wish I had hair, but I just have it nice, well kept. I have a little bit of scruff, but it's like evenly shaved, right? And I maintain that. I have good hygiene, and I'm not looking all scraggly at work, right? So I'm not coming to work like I just rolled out of bed. So when I say you don't need to put on makeup or do your hair, that doesn't mean you don't have to, all of us, male and female, come to work looking professional, but there is no requirement. And guys, I need you to hear me on this. Women do not need to look sweet. That is not a job requirement. They do not need to put on makeup. They do not need to have jewelry on. They do not need to have their hair done. We need to provide a psychologically safe environment where men and women are treated equally, and it's just not a thing. It has to stop. When it happens, it's actually a symptom or a sign of misogyny, where you are diminishing the role of women and saying that they're only here to look pretty for you. And that's not, I know if you're on this channel, that is not your intention, but please make sure that that's not your impact. Make sure that these things are not things that you ever tell a woman or expect from a woman in a professional environment. There is also something that you should not do on a project site under any circumstances, in my opinion, as a female project manager. You should not adjust the way you dress, either in the I'm going to dress up more or dress down and be rebellious in response to men. You should dress how you feel comfortable, what is professional and according to safety standards. So you should not feel, even if there's a tendency to do so, like you have to be anything for anyone else. You show up how you want to show up. You dress how you want to dress. You look how you want to look. This is an equal and psychologically safe environment, or at least it should be. And so these are some parameters that you can go by. So as long as you're professional and as long as you're being safe, you can dress however the F you want. And in fact, we will link you to, like I said, some searches for business casual in the links below with this list so that you can go make some key decisions. But let me close out. Well, actually, let me do this. If you've liked this video, please like. We spend a lot of time, I spend a lot of time, Kate and I together, putting these together, answering these questions. I hope you found this video useful and that it literally respects and elevates women, right? Because we need more of that in construction. But we will link you to the list below. But as I close, I want to tell you a story that there was a new engineer that started at about the same time that I started at Hensel Phelps. He came to the project site in like a full three-piece suit. I mean, he was, and I'm not saying looking good like from an attraction standpoint. I'm just saying from a dress standpoint, he was looking good. But it wasn't a good first impression on the craft, right? You're going to want to connect with people on the project site. And people like people that they're like. People like people that they understand. People like people that they feel are on their same level. People like people that they're next to, right? So you're going to want to dress in a way that forms a connection with the craft, the workers, and the foreman. And so don't base it on, hey, what will men think? Base it on, how can I come and show up authentically, show up comfortably, show up safely, show up professionally, but also show up in a way where I can best connect with the people that are our heroes on the project site. So I will say three-piece suit or the full outfit, probably not a good idea, but also coming to the project site unprepared or looking all scraggly ain't the answer as well. So the answer is right in the middle. If you have any questions about it, ask another woman in construction. They'll be able to guide you, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't be listening to me because I'm a dude. You need to wear what you feel comfortable wearing. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.